Unit 4. Tape script 4.1.
Tell me, what are some good things about being a teenager and not an adult?
Well, for one thing, you don't have to go to work.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay bills.
OK.
And you can go out with your friends, and you can go shopping, and you can go to cafes, and you can...
Oh, come on, Liam. Adults can do all that too. But what's different is how much freedom teenagers have.
Don't have, you mean?
Right. How much freedom we don't have. I mean, I always have to tell my mum and dad where I'm going and what time I'm coming home.
And what time do you have to get back home?
By 10 o'clock on a weekday, maybe 11 or 12 at the weekend.
It doesn't matter, because you never have enough money anyway.
Definitely. You get pocket money from your parents, but it's never enough. And you aren't allowed to buy whatever you want.
OK, life's tough for kids. But what do you think it's like being an adult? Liam?
Well, adults have to worry about paying the bills and taking care of their family. They can't always do what they want when they want.
They have responsibilities, you mean?
Yeah. I feel more sorry for my mum than my dad. She's always rushing round, and she has to go to work as well. She doesn't have to work on Thursdays and Fridays, but she still has loads of different things to do in a day, like shopping and cooking and taking me to football practice.
So, do you think your dad has an easier life?
Well, I don't know. He has to drive over 500 miles a week.
Sam, tell me about school. What are some of the rules at your school?
Oh, there are so many. Let's see. We can't wear jeans. We aren't allowed to chew gum. We aren't allowed to bring mobile phones to class.
Yeah, there are millions of rules. All of them stupid.
And if you break one of the rules, you have to stay after school.
Well, speaking of school, I've got to go. I've got to do my homework.
Tape script 4.2. 1.
You don't have to go to work.
2.
You don't have to pay bills.
3.
You can go out with your friends.
4.
I always have to tell my mum and dad where I'm going.
5.
What time do you have to get back home?
6.
You aren't allowed to buy whatever you want.
7.
Adults have to worry about paying the bills.
8.
They can't always do what they want when they want.
9.
We aren't allowed to bring mobile phones to class.
10.
I've got to go. I've got to do my homework.
Tape script 4.3. 1.
Where's my briefcase? I've got to go to work.
2.
Look at those dirty plates. We've got to do the washing up.
3.
Noah and Latifa don't have any food in their house. They've got to go shopping.
4.
John needs to get an alarm clock. He's got to get up early tomorrow.
5.
I haven't got any clean socks. I've got to do the washing.
6.
The chef's ill, so the waiter's got to do the cooking.
Tape script 4.4. Planning a trip.
I can't stop thinking about this trip.
Same here. I spend all my time just looking at maps.
What do you think? Should we take cash or traveller's checks?
I think we should take traveller's checks. It'll be safer.
Yeah, I think you're right.
When should we go to Thailand?
Well, I don't think we should go during the rainy season. I'd rather go in February or March when it's drier.
Sounds like a good idea to me. I can't wait to get going.
Tape script 4.5.
You must write to us every week.
Yes, I will.
You mustn't lose your passport.
No, I won't.
Tape script 4.6.
You must look after your money.
Yes, Grandma, I will.
You mustn't talk to strangers.
No, Grandma, I won't.
You mustn't go out when it's dark.
No, Grandma, I won't.
You must make sure you eat well.
Yes, Grandma, I will.
You must have a bath regularly.
Yes, Grandma, I will.
You must phone us if you're in trouble.
Yes, Grandma, I will.
You mustn't go anywhere that's dangerous.
No, Grandma, I won't.
Tape script 4.7. A new job.
So, what time do I have to start?
11 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon.
And do I have to wear a uniform?
Definitely. You have to wear the same uniform as everyone else. A short-sleeve white shirt, black trousers and a red hat. And a name tag.
So, what do I do exactly?
You serve the customers. Remember, you must always be polite. You say, good morning, or whatever the time of day, and then, can I help you? When they tell you what they want, you have to enter it into the computer, and when they're finished, you should read back what they've ordered. Then you take their money, and you put together their food. That's it.
Great. When can I start?
You start at 4 tomorrow afternoon.
Cool.
Here's your hat, and your name tag. You're all set. Welcome to Burger Heaven, Dave.
Tape script 4.8.
The Italians eat a lot of pasta. The Chinese cook lots of noodles and rice. The British invented football. The Canadians often watch ice hockey on TV. The Brazilians produce coffee. The Japanese eat raw fish. The Scots wear kilts on special occasions.
Tape script 4.9.
1. Akio.
My name is Akio. I come from Nagano, Japan. In my country, we usually invite guests home at the weekend for dinner at about 7 o'clock in the evening. Before they come, we must tidy the front garden and clean the entrance hall. Then we must spray it all with water to show that we welcome our guests with cleanliness. The guests usually bring a gift, and when they give you the gift, they say, "I'm sorry this is such a small gift," but in fact, they have chosen it very carefully. When the meal is ready, the hostess says, "We have nothing special for you today, but you are welcome to come this way." You can see that in Japan, you should try to be modest and you should not show off too much. If you don't understand our culture, you may think that this is very strange. When we have foreign guests, we try to serve traditional Japanese meals like sushi, tempura, or sukiyaki. But when we have Japanese guests, we serve all kinds of food, such as spaghetti, Chinese food, or steaks. When guests leave, the host and the hostess see them out of the house and wait until their car turns the corner of the street. They wait until they can't see them anymore.
2. Rob.
My name is Rob, and I'm from Bristol in England. We like to have people over for lunch, and they usually get here around noon. We often have people over to eat, but sometimes when we invite a lot of people over, for a family gathering for example, we have what's called a potluck lunch. A potluck is an informal occasion, so people dress casually. If the weather is nice, we'll have it outside in the garden. What makes it fun is that everyone who comes has to bring a dish of food. They're given a choice: starter, main course, salad or vegetable, or dessert. As the host, I'll know how many of each kind of dish the guests will bring, but not exactly what the foods will be. That's why it's called potluck. It's a surprise, not knowing what you're going to feed your guests. All I have to do is make one dish myself and get cups, glasses and knives and forks together and supply the drinks. As the guests arrive, they put their dish on the table and people help themselves. Some guests might bring chocolates or flowers as a gift, but I don't expect anything. It's a fun, relaxed way of getting together with friends or family.
3. Lucas.
My name is Lucas, and I'm from Porto Alegre, which is in the southern part of Brazil. We like to invite our friends over at weekends, on a Friday or a Saturday night, for a churrasco, or Brazilian barbecue. These are very popular in this part of Brazil. People come about 8 in the evening and stay to midnight, or even later. Sometimes until 2 in the morning, whenever people start getting sleepy. People stay a long time. There is no set time for dinner to end. We'll sit around and talk. It's very informal. If people want to bring something, I'll tell them to bring something for the meal, like something for dessert. But what about the food? At a churrasco, we cook different kinds of meat on long metal skewers over an open flame. We have all kinds of meat: beef, lamb, and maybe Brazilian sausage. Then we cut off slices of meat from the skewers to serve the guests. It's really delicious. We usually have potato salad or rice as side dishes. After the meal, we drink coffee or espresso.
Tape script 4.10. 1.
Could you bring us the bill, please?
Yes, sir. I'll bring it right away.
2.
Would you give me your work number, please?
Of course. Oh, shall I give you my mobile number too?
3.
Can I help you?
Just looking, thanks.
4.
2 large coffees, please.
White or black?
5.
Can you tell me the code for Paris, please?
One moment, I'll look it up.
6.
I'll give you a lift if you like.
That would be great. Could you drop me off at the library?
7.
Would you mind opening the window?
No problem. It's stuffy in here.
8.
Could I have extension 238, please?
That line's engaged. Would you like to hold?
Tape script 4.11. 1.
So anyway, there I was, sitting in my boss's office. All of a sudden, the phone rings, and my boss says...
Sorry to interrupt, darling, but I think the baby's crying. Could you go and check?
2.
Can I help you?
Yes, I bought these shoes here 2 days ago, and the heel on this one is already broken. Can I change them for a new pair?
Of course. Let me see if we have another pair in your size.
3.
Will you turn the TV down?
What?
Will you turn the TV down? Or better still, turn it off?
Oh, all right.
4.
Hi, Bob. Where are you going?
I have a meeting with the web designer and the programmer about our new website this afternoon.
Could you do me a favour? Would you mind asking the programmer to call me? I have a question for him about the budget.
Sure, no problem.
Tape script 4.11. 1.
So anyway, there I was, sitting in my boss's office. All of a sudden, the phone rings, and my boss says...
Sorry to interrupt, darling, but I think the baby's crying. Could you go and check?
2.
Can I help you?
Yes, I bought these shoes here 2 days ago, and the heel on this one is already broken. Can I change them for a new pair?
Of course. Let me see if we have another pair in your size.
3.
Will you turn the TV down?
What?
Will you turn the TV down? Or better still, turn it off?
Oh, all right.
4.
Hi, Bob. Where are you going?
I have a meeting with the web designer and the programmer about our new website this afternoon.
Could you do me a favour? Would you mind asking the programmer to call me? I have a question for him about the budget.
Sure, no problem.
Unit 5. Tape script 5.1. Ben's list.
I'm going shopping. Do we need anything?
I don't think so. Oh, hang on. We haven't got any sugar.
It's okay. It's on my list. I'm going to buy some.
What about bread?
Good idea. I'll get a loaf.
What time will you be back?
I don't know. I might stop at Nick's. It depends on how much time I've got.
Don't forget we're playing tennis with Dave and Stuart this afternoon.
Don't worry, I won't forget. I'll be back before then.
OK.
Tape script 5.2. What's going to happen? 1.
Have you got the plane tickets?
Yes, they're with the passports and travellers' checks.
What time is the taxi coming?
In about 30 minutes. What's the name of the hotel we're staying at?
The Grand Hotel.
Have you remembered your swimming costume this year?
Oh, yes, it's packed. What about tennis rackets?
I put them in my case, with the 15 books.
Right. Let's get these cases closed.
2.
Well, darling, it's the big day tomorrow.
I know. I can't wait. I hope the weather's good.
Yes, it makes such a difference, doesn't it?
They're going to deliver the flowers early in the morning.
And the chef at the hotel is getting the food ready for the reception.
And then there's our honeymoon in Rome.
Oh.
3.
Have you packed the books and the pictures from the living room?
Yes, and all the kitchen things are packed too.
Ah, that's it then. What time are the removal men coming?
Early, I hope. About 7 in the morning.
Good. It's a long drive and it's right in the middle of the countryside.
I can't wait to be there.
And I can't wait to get the baby's room ready.
Tom if it's a boy and Natalie if it's a girl. How exciting!
Tape script 5.3. 1.
I think Jerry will win the tennis match. He's been playing really well lately.
2.
I think it'll be a nice day tomorrow. The forecast is for warm and dry weather.
3.
I think I'll pass my exam on Friday. I've been studying for weeks.
4.
I think you'll like the book. It's a wonderful story, and the characters are excellent.
5.
I think we'll get to the airport in time, but we'd better get going.
6.
I think you'll get the job. You have the right qualifications and plenty of experience.
Tape script 5.5. Arranging to meet.
We need to meet over the next few days to talk about our project.
OK. What are you doing today?
Well, this afternoon I've got a basketball match, but I'm not doing anything this evening. What about you?
I'm going shopping for a new video game this afternoon, and this evening I'm going ice skating. What about tomorrow?
Well, I'm having my hair cut tomorrow afternoon.
What time will you be finished at the barber's?
About 4 o'clock. What are you doing around that time?
I don't know. I might be free.
OK. Why don't we meet at the internet cafe at about 5 o'clock? We can have a coffee and do our work.
Sounds good to me. Are you going out in the evening?
Yes, I'm going out for dinner with a couple of friends. Do you want to join us?
That would be great. I'd love to.
OK. So we'll meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock at the internet cafe.
Good. See you then.
Tape script 5.6. A weather forecast.
And here's the weather for some popular destinations in Western Europe for the next 24 hours.
A.
Let's begin in the north. I'm afraid spring isn't here yet. Another major frontal system will move in from the Atlantic, affecting Northern Ireland and Scotland before moving on to Scandinavia. It's going to bring plenty of rain, which could fall as snow on Scottish mountains, so it will feel very chilly everywhere. Temperatures around 5 or 6 degrees at best in the rain, but much lower in snowy areas, where they will stay around freezing all day. You'll be lucky to see 2 degrees.
B.
Moving south now into England and Wales, most of northern France and across through Belgium and Holland. Things look more spring-like here, and it will be a lot brighter than in recent weeks. Along Channel coasts especially, there may be a little rain at first, with temperatures reaching only 8 degrees. Inland, however, there will be more sunshine than showers, with all areas becoming warmer and drier as the day goes on. Towards the end of the day, temperatures could be as high as 15 degrees in these regions. The winds will be light, coming from the south, but it will feel very pleasant.
C.
If you're lucky enough to be going to southern France or Spain, you'll find the best of today's weather. In the far south of Spain, mainly clear skies, lots of sun with high temperatures for the time of year up to 24 degrees, and everywhere else 18 or 19 degrees with some cloud. But it's not all good news. Strong winds along the southern French coast could spoil your evening walk.
D.
Further east, across the Alps from Switzerland into northern Italy, there are the remains of another weather system. There will be stormy weather during the day, with thunder and lightning bringing over 2 inches of rain to some lowland areas and heavy snow to the mountains. Strong winds and rain will continue most of the day. The winds will make it feel much cooler for the time of year, with temperatures struggling to reach 10 degrees. And watch out for early morning fog. So that's it. A quick tour of Western Europe. Not bad in central countries. Warm and sunny in Spain. Cool, wet and windy in parts of Italy and Switzerland. Oh, and stay away from those Scottish mountains unless you're wearing warm clothes.
Tape script 5.7. 1.
Do you think it'll be a rough crossing?
Well, the forecast is good, so it should be pretty smooth.
2.
Excuse me, I think those seats facing the front are ours.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't know they were reserved.
3.
We're going to Market Street. Could you tell us when it's our stop?
Just sit near the front and I'll call it out.
4.
Can you take us to the airport?
Of course. Hop in.
5.
Can I take these bags on with me?
I'm sorry. Only one item of hand luggage per passenger.
6.
That's all right. You can keep the change.
Oh, thanks a lot. Do you want a hand with those bags?
7.
Excuse me, are we landing on time?
Yes, we're beginning our descent soon.
8.
No! He said turn left at the lights, not right.
Look, you drive and I'll give directions from now on, right?
9.
How do I get to Oxford Circus?
Take the Piccadilly line eastbound and change at Green Park.
Unit 6. Tape script 6.1. A student visitor.
Has your exchange student arrived yet?
Yes, he arrived from Seoul on Monday.
What's his name?
Ji-han.
Cool. That's not too difficult to pronounce. What's he like?
He's really nice. I'm sure we'll get on well. We seem to have a lot in common.
How do you know that already? What does he like doing?
Well, he likes photography and so do I. And we both like running. But he's a bit more serious about it than me. He went out for a run last night.
Oh, I think I saw him. What does he look like?
He's quite tall and slim. And he's got short dark hair.
Yes, I think it was him. Well, why don't we do something with Ji-han this weekend? What should we do? Get a pizza? Go and watch some cricket? What would he like to do?
I'll ask him tonight. I'm sure he'll want to go out and keep busy. He was pretty homesick at first.
How is he now?
Oh, he's okay now. He called his parents a couple of times and felt much better after speaking to them.
Great. Well, I can't wait to meet him.
Tape script 6.2. 1.
Thai food? It's delicious. It can be spicy, but it doesn't have to be.
2.
Oh, she's very nice. You'd really like her. She's the kind of person you can always go to with a problem.
3.
Not very well. He still has a temperature and a bad cough.
4.
Well, she's crazy about horses. I don't think she has any other hobbies. Oh, she plays golf sometimes.
5.
It's not very nice at all. It's raining, it's cold, and it's pretty miserable. What about where you are?
6.
A little like you, as a matter of fact. He's about the same height, tall with blonde hair, but your hair's longer and straighter than his. Other than that, you two are quite similar.
7.
It was great. Really relaxing. Lots of sunshine, good food. We did almost nothing but sit by the pool and read books for the whole 2 weeks.
8.
I like all kinds, but I suppose I like biographies and detective stories best.
Tape script 6.3.
A thank you email. Hi, Stephen and family. I just wanted to say thank you for having me as your guest in your beautiful home. I had a great time. I really enjoyed meeting your friends. You all made me feel so welcome. You know how much I missed my family at first, but you are so kind that I stopped feeling homesick. I can't find the words to tell you how grateful I am. I'd like to call you. What's a good time to call? You know that on my way home I stopped to visit my aunt in Perth. It was so hot. It was over 35 degrees all the time, but I absolutely loved it. My aunt wanted me to stay longer, but I wanted to see my parents and my sister, Sewon. But my aunt has invited me to go back, and I'd love to do that. I'm thinking of going next year. Anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing from you very soon. Let me know when you're coming to Seoul. I could take you to my taekwondo class. It's a bit like karate, but you use your legs to kick more. All the best, Jihan. P.S. Here's a photo of my house and one of my taekwondo teacher. He's more friendly than he looks in the photo.
Tape script 6.4. 1.
They promised to bring the DVD.
2.
The teacher told them to do their homework.
3.
I've just finished answering my emails.
4.
Don't forget to take your passport.
5.
He finally succeeded in passing his driving test.
6.
We asked him to move his car.
7.
I just need to go to the shops. I'll be back in a minute.
8.
I don't mind looking after your cat.
9.
Just let me finish what I'm saying.
10.
Please, can you help me carry this upstairs?
11.
I hate shopping for clothes.
12.
She's really looking forward to working with us.
'Tape script 6.5.
Oil. Garlic. Anchovies. Eel. Squid. Lobster. Salmon. Peas. prawn, pineapple, olive, tuna, sweet corn,
Tape script 6.6. 1.
You're such a good cook. This casserole is absolutely delicious.
Thank you. It's just a plain dish. No herbs and spices at all, but lots of fresh, homegrown vegetables.
2.
Don't you like anchovies?
I'm afraid I don't eat fish or meat. I'm vegetarian.
3.
What's Tom's brother like? Well, he's really nice, but he doesn't talk much. I think he's very shy. He's not sociable and outgoing like Tom.
I know. Tom's great fun, isn't he? Always laughing and talking.
4.
George's wife is French, isn't she?
Yes, she is. She's beautiful. Very tall and sophisticated, and she always wears really expensive clothes.
Then it's a good job George is such a wealthy man, isn't it?
5.
Did you have a good time in Paris?
We had a great time. It's one of my favourite capital cities. It's both modern and historic.
It is, but I don't think it's as cosmopolitan as London.
Maybe not, but it's just as exciting. There's so much to do.
Tape script 6.7. New York.
How long have you been here in New York?
Nearly 3 years.
And are you enjoying it?
We love it.
It's great.
So what do you like best?
Oh, the atmosphere, the mixture of all kinds of people, the speed of everything. It's exciting.
I love the architecture. It's so different from London, walking the streets and looking up at all those skyscrapers.
And what about the people?
Well, New Yorkers have a reputation for being rude and unfriendly, but I don't think that's true. People are always in a hurry, but they're not unfriendly.
What I love is the great mixture of nationalities and cultures. It's got to be the most cosmopolitan city in the world.
More than London?
I think so, but they're both very mixed.
Life here seems much faster than in London. Everyone's in such a rush. Everything's done for speed. For example, I don't think people cook at home much. Everyone seems to eat out or get food delivered because it's quicker and easier.
Have you made many friends here?
I've made friends at work mostly, but it's difficult to make friends outside of work. People are so busy. But mostly I find people pretty friendly.
Except the taxi drivers. Some of the rudest people I've ever met are New York taxi drivers.
And some of the worst drivers. Every time I sit in a taxi, I say a prayer. They drive so fast and suddenly they change lanes. And worst of all, they don't seem to know where anything is.
Yeah, you spend the entire journey giving directions. Anyway, I like using the subway. It's cheap.
Yeah, and easy to use, and it seems safe to me. We walk a lot as well. It's a lot safer now than it was 10 years ago. It's still not very clean, but it's getting better.
Do you have a car?
No, we don't. Not many of our friends do, actually. You don't really need one.
I'd hate to drive in the city. I'd be terrified. Anyway, you can get everything delivered to your door, not just food.
Don't you go shopping?
Yeah, of course we do. Not all of us can afford to shop on Fifth Avenue, you know, but it's fun to look.
Actually, the stores are great. Always open, well, nearly always, till 9 or 10 at night.
People work much later here. I wasn't expecting to work such long hours. And the holidays, vacation time, and the public holidays, they're much shorter. I only get 10 days a year. It's difficult for people like us with families in other countries. It's difficult to find time to visit them.
But generally, you're happy?
Fantastic.
It's an amazing place. But in a few years, I think I'll be exhausted and ready for a quieter life.
Tape script 6.8. London.
Alan, How long have you lived in London?
15 years.
And do you like it here?
Sure, I like it, but London is one of those cities that you love and hate at the same time.
So first, what do you hate?
Oh, the usual big city things, the crowds, the dirt, the traffic, and of course the underground. It's so expensive compared with the subway in New York.
And what do you like?
Oh, a lot. London's fantastic. There are some great parks and open spaces, great museums too. I love the Science Museum and the Natural History Museum.
And what's best for you?
For me? Oh, I just love standing on Waterloo Bridge and looking down the river at the Houses of Parliament. And of course, there's the London Eye. I think it's just wonderful. And I like traveling in the black cabs. Taxi drivers here are great, so friendly. They tell you their life stories and they know every street in London, not like in New York.
And what about the people? What do you think of Londoners?
Well, generally speaking, I think that they do live up to their reputation. They are reserved. It takes a while to get to know people. They won't tell you about themselves. You say to an American, "How are you?" and you get, "Oh man, I'm just great. I got the promotion and I love working here in Dallas, Denver, Detroit, or Delaware, etc., you know? Ask an Englishman, "How are you?" and you get, "Fine, thank you."
So the stereotype's true?
Yeah, they're pretty reserved. They don't like giving personal details, but they complain a lot about life generally. They seem much less positive about life, much more cynical than the Americans. They grumble about transport and politicians and money, how much things cost, their work.
So we're a miserable lot then?
Not really. Free time is really important to the British. I think for many Americans, work is the most important thing in their lives. Americans work much longer hours. In Britain, they get more vacation time and time off.
And still they grumble.
Yeah.
You've been in London 15 years. Has it changed in that time?
Oh, yeah, a lot. Especially the shops. They stay open much longer now. They used to close every Wednesday afternoon. People in the States could never believe that. Oh, and the food.
Everyone says English food is terrible. Is it?
Well, when I first came, it was terrible. It was so hard to get good food. Nowadays, it's not hard at all. London has some great restaurants. My favorite here is the Indian food. It's fantastic. I think we have one of the best right here on our street. Just the best.
You live in South London. Do you like it there?
Very much. I love the mix of cultures and nationalities in every street.
How long do you think you'll stay here?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 5 more years. Maybe forever.